Namaskaram friends. So in this video, I am going to talk about important current affairs issues of December. Okay, December 2023. So I recorded the issues of current affairs in the for the month of December in part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. That means for each week, or you can say for 7 days. For 7 days, I recorded a video for the current affairs, and I am recorded this video on each day, but on a particular topic, on a particular section, I recorded the whole video of that topic in one video on a particular day. Okay, so in this topic, in this discussion, I am talking about important current affairs issues of December 2023, and it varies from this date to that date, but these issues are from this December 2023. Okay, so let's talk about important issues of this month. So the current affairs of 2023. Okay. So let's talk about various issues of this month. First one is Nordic, Scandinavian, and Baltic countries. Okay. We are going to talk about just a minute, I just changed the pen. We are talking about which countries are part of Nordic, which countries are part of Scandinavian, and which countries are part of Baltic. Okay. So basically, when you look at the map of the world, okay, so the country of the north of Europe, and particularly near about Baltic seas, are called Baltic countries. Okay, when you look at the map, you can clearly see this side: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, then Denmark, Germany, Poland, Norway, Sweden. Then I think Iceland. No, not Iceland. Iceland is not a Baltic country. So there are 9 countries, three, and yes, Russia. Okay. So Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Russia, Germany, Poland, Denmark, and then Sweden and Finland. So Denmark, Sweden, Finland, 3 this side. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, 3 this side. Germany, Poland, and Russia, 3 this side. So 9 Baltic country and central and you can say northern plain of Europe are also part of it. Okay, so 9 Baltic countries. When we talk about Scandinavian country, basically Scandinavian peninsula. Okay, so under this common term which people are agreed are Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, not Norway. Okay, so Denmark, Sweden, Finland are constituted a part of a Scandinavian peninsula. Baltic these 9 countries are constitution Baltic country. And when we talk about Nordic country, so for Nordic country there are Iceland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, as well as Finland. So these 5 countries are part of the Nordic country. Okay, when we just remove Iceland and Norway and Finland, then Norway, Sweden, and Denmark form a part of Scandinavian peninsula. Okay, you can clearly understand this issue with the help of the map. Okay, when you look at the map, here you can clearly see a map. So the Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Denmark. These 5 countries are Nordic countries. Okay. When you look at this map, these 3 countries, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark are Scandinavian country. And when you look at this map, so country touching the Baltic Sea or Baltic country. So here, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, these 3, then Germany, Poland, and it is Russia. So Russia, this side, it is also enclave of Russia, and this country, this is also Russia, this yellow one. So Russia touching the Baltic Sea here as well as here. So Germany, Poland, and Russia, then Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. So 9 countries are touching the Baltic Sea. You can clearly see through this map also, Gulf of Bothnia touching Sweden and Finland, and Gulf of Finland touching Estonia, Russia, and England. Name of each Finland, so touching Finland, but apart from Finland, it is Estonia and Russia. So remember these also. Now let's talk about some data, some facts of these 3 countries. So just a minute, I think some problem is. Yeah. So here these countries. Nordic countries. Nordic countries are a geographical and cultural region in the northern Europe and the North Atlantic. When you look at the map, these areas are in the northern Europe as well as in the northern Atlantic. Okay, these Atlantic Sea, these are Atlantic Sea, so another part of Atlantic as well as this one is Europe, so northern of Europe. This area, you can say, let's say this white area is just a minute. This red area is Atlantic Ocean. This one is North Atlantic. Okay. This area is Europe. So this come under North of Europe. So North Europe and North Atlantic. So the Nordic country, these 5 countries, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, and Iceland. So Iceland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland. These 5 countries are constitute Nordic country, and Nordic countries are geographical and cultural region in the Northern Europe and Northern Atlantic. These Nordic countries include the sovereign state of Denmark, as I told you, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. The autonomous territory of Faroe Island and Greenland, and the autonomous region of Ireland are also part of the Nordic country. So for Faroe Island, autonomous region of it, okay, Greenland, which Denmark, you can say Denmark have authority over Greenland, and on Ireland, Finland have authority, but autonomous region of Ireland, autonomous of Faroe Island, and autonomous region of Greenland also come under the Nordic countries. So remember, this is very, very important. Let's talk about Baltic Sea, okay? Because we see 9 countries of which are touching the Baltic Sea. So Baltic Sea is an arm of Atlantic Ocean, okay? We see this one is Atlantic Ocean, and Baltic Sea is like this, okay? So Baltic Sea is an arm of Atlantic Ocean. It is enclosed by Denmark, okay? Then Denmark this side, Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Russia, Sweden. So Sweden, Denmark, Finland, these 3 countries. Then Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, these 3 countries. Then Germany, Poland, and Russia, these 3 countries. So 9 countries which are touching the Baltic Sea as well as North and Central European plain are also come under this region. This Baltic Sea separate the Scandinavian peninsula from the rest of the continental Europe. When you see the map, you can clearly see these Nordic country. These are the 5 Nordic countries. It separate the continental Europe from the this country separate the continental Europe from the rest of the peninsula. Okay, so these are the Nordic countries. Scandinavia is most commonly referred to Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. And also remember, when we talk, say it is Scandinavian countries, Scandinavian countries are Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, and not Finland and Iceland. When we include Iceland and Finland, it become a Nordic country. So only these 3 countries are come under the Scandinavian country in a general colloquial term. Okay. It can sometimes also refers to most narrowly to the Scandinavian peninsula, which excludes Denmark, but includes a part of the northern island. Okay. So sometimes people also call Scandinavian peninsula to country where we remove Denmark and include the northern island. So there are many definitions of Scandinavian peninsula. Some people include Denmark, some people exclude Denmark. Okay. People who include Denmark, then people who include Denmark have another definition. People who remove Denmark and include another Finland have another definition. So sometimes they call this, sometimes they call this. So it is based on the definition. Okay. In English usage, Scandinavia is sometimes used as synonymous of the Nordic country. Many people also called 5 Nordic countries as Scandinavian countries. Okay. So there are various definitions by different people. So you have to understand in which context people are talking about Scandinavian country, Nordic country. Okay. We see that Nordic countries are those which are northern region of the Europe. Scandinavian countries are those established in the Scandinavian peninsula where inhabitants speak the language of Danish, Swedish as well as Norwegian. Sorry. So in Scandinavian region, people speak the language of Danish, Swedish as well as Norwegian. Just a minute. Sorry. So people who are living in Scandinavian countries are speaking the language of Danish, Swedish as well as Norwegian. Some instead Scandinavian refer to just Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. We'll talk about it, or even just the Norwegian Swedish peninsula. Okay, so there are three definitions of Scandinavian peninsula. Some people include just Norway and Sweden. Some people include Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Some people include Norway, Sweden, as well as another Finland. So there are three definitions of Scandinavian country. And some people also call Scandinavian country a Nordic country. That means they exclude Iceland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. There are four definitions of Scandinavian peninsula. So it is very, very important first you understand the definition in which context they are talking about. Although the term Scandinavia is still used to refer the whole region, Nordic is becoming increasingly common. Okay, so nowadays people are mostly use Nordic country as a name of these five countries like Iceland, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland. They are using Scandinavia. Okay, so these are just terminology. You have to remember it. So you look at the map of it. See, in this map you can clearly see these are Ireland. Okay, Ireland, Iceland, which is a part of Finland, I think. And here you can clearly see this is Iceland. These are Faroe Island. And yeah, so autonomous region of Faroe Island, autonomous region of Denmark. Here it is Denmark. Here Denmark. I'm sorry, autonomous region Greenland. So autonomous region of Greenland, autonomous region of Faroe Island, as well as autonomous region of Ireland Island are also part of the Nordic countries. So I hope you understand the whole topic of Nordic countries. Let's move on to the second topic called TEPA as well as BIT. What is TEPA and BIT? TEPA means Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, and BIT means Bilateral Investment Treaty. So talk about TEPA and BIT between India and four European countries who make up the European Free Trade Association, EFTA. Okay, so between India and EFTA, talk are going on for TEPA as well as BIT. And these EFTA are countries which are outside the European Union. We know that there are 27 European countries and 27 Sweden, I think Sweden, yeah. Schengen, I'm sorry. 27 Schengen country and 27 European Union countries. So these four countries which are called as EFTA are not part of the European Union. And these are Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, as well as Sweden. So there is a talk going on between India as well as EFTA for TEPA as well as BIT for 15 years, began 15 years ago. And despite 20 rounds of negotiation, they have not yet been finalized or closed. Okay, so remember, EFTA are four countries, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland, which are not part of EU. So there is a talk going on between India and EFTA about TEPA and BIT, and this talk is starting 15 years ago, and 20 rounds of discussion is going on, but we are not finalizing it yet. Okay. EFTA operate in parallel with the EU, and all four member states participate in the European single market and are part of the Schengen area. Okay, so these four countries, EFTA, are a part of Schengen area, but not are the part of European Union. I talk about the area of Schengen area as well as the European Union in the later slide, but just remember this point. They are not, however, party of the European Union Custom Union. EFTA are not part of the European Union Custom Union, but they participate in the European Single Market. Remember this. They participate in it, but they are not party of the European Union Custom Union. See, Schengen area and European Union country. There are 23 countries which are common between Schengen area as well as EU. And there are four countries in Schengen area which are not part of the EU, and there are four countries in the European Union which are not part of the Schengen area. So let's talk about 23 common countries and then talk about countries which are included in Schengen area, not EU, and countries which are part of EU but not Schengen area. So this is a meeting between India and EFTA. These are Indian minister and these are ministers of EFTA country for BIT as well as TEPA. In this map, you can clearly see this blue one is a European Union country. Okay, and when you include the dark blue as well as the light blue, they are a Schengen area country. Okay, so in European country, you just remember Portugal, Spain, France, here Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Germany. Okay, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Austria, Hungary, Slovenia, Croatia. Okay, Italy, Greece, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Sweden, Finland. These are European Union countries. Okay, and when we include Norway, Iceland, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, these become the Schengen area country. Okay, so in the European Union, 23 countries are common. It's dark blue one are 23 common countries. When we include Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, as well as Schengen, as well as this one Liechtenstein, then this become a Schengen area. And in these 23, when we exclude these four countries as well, but include Ireland, Romania, Bulgaria, as well as Croatia, then this becomes Schengen area country. Okay. So Croatia is a Schengen area country, not a European Union country. I think no, Croatia is also European country. Okay, Croatia is also European country. So this dark blue one and this one Croatia are you can say common countries, but Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, Liechtenstein. When we included these four, these become European country and 23 common country, but four other countries: Ireland, Romania, Bulgaria, and there is one more, Cyprus. I'm sorry. Yes. So just remember Romania, Bulgaria, Cyprus, and Ireland. When we include these four into 23 common, these become the Schengen area. These become European Union. And when we include Iceland, Norway, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein in the 23 common countries, this become a Schengen area. In this map, you can clearly see, just memorize it. Dark blue one are 23 common countries between European Union and Schengen area. When we include Norway, Iceland, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, this become European Union. And when this become Schengen area. When we include this becomes Schengen area. And when we include this, where it is, Cyprus, Romania, Bulgaria, and Ireland, then it become a Schengen area country. So remember the four countries which are part of European Union but not Schengen, and four countries which are part of Schengen but not European Union. It is very, very important. Okay. So this in Schengen area country, we include Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein, and Switzerland, apart from 23 common, and in EU, we include Bulgaria, Cyprus, Ireland, as well as Romania. So remember the four countries this and four countries this. So I hope you understand about Schengen area, European country, EFTA, as well as BIT, as well as TEPA. And this talk are going on for the past 15 years, but yet the deal is not finalized yet. Let's talk about another topic called PM Vishwakarma scheme. The PM Vishwakarma scheme launched by Center on September 17, okay, 2023, of course. So this scheme is launched by the center on this date and has received over 21 lakh application in 2.5 months. Okay, so in 2.5 months, this ministry received 21 lakh application under the PM Vishwakarma scheme. And this data is from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, so we quote this data of 21 lakh participants in 2.5 months from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Ministry. The aim of the scheme is to supporting and providing skill upgradation training to artisans as well as craft people. Okay, so we provide skill development, skill upgradation training as well as supporting them in achieving this goal. The Vishwakarma scheme provides formal training. Remember, formal training for upgradation as well as modernization of traditional skill. You know that in our country there are many people who are traditionally skilled, but for the changing economic landscape, we have to upgrade their skill and as well as modernize for the betterment of the country as well as for the betterment of their livelihood. It also offers financial assistance and create avenue of market linkage for person working in 8 trade and craft. Okay, so per person working in this, not 8, these 18 trade and craft, government provides financial assistance as well as create avenue for market linkage. And these 18 trade and craft sector are carpenter, boat maker, armor, blacksmith, hammer, toolkit maker, locksmith, goldsmith, potter, sculpture, cobbler, mason, basket maker, doll and toy maker, barber, garland maker, washerman, tailor, as well as fishing net maker. So these 18 trade and for these 18 trade and craft, government provide financial assistance and create avenue of market linkage. That means they provide them opportunity to sell their product in a various different market in our country as well as in the world also. So you can clearly see these are the 18 sectors which are come under the Vishwakarma scheme. Okay, garland maker, pot maker, brick, this you can say sculpture, many other blacksmith, goldsmith. So these are come under the 18 this sector. So I hope you understand this PM Vishwakarma scheme. Remember, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. This ministry, we quoted the data of 21 lakh participants in the 2.5 months. We quoted the data from the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and 18 craft and trade sector are come under the PM Vishwakarma scheme, and government provide formal training as well as skill upgradation in sync with the modern economic landscape as well as modernize their skill and provide financial assistance as well as you can say create avenue for market linkage. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic called remote sensing. Remote sensing, it is a science of obtaining information about objects or areas from a distance. Remember, obtaining information about object as well as area from a distance, not from the near, like not from a near about area, from a distance, from let's say satellites or aircraft. When we collect the data from there from a distance about object as well as area, then we call that thing a remote sensing. Okay, like when we send satellite in the space and collect data about agriculture field, about tsunamis, about various minerals, about water bodies. So these are called remote sensing. It collects data by detecting and reflecting energy from the earth. See, this is a sun. When sun rays come, it reflects from the earth. So that rays come to the earth station and we collect the data and we send that data for the processing. Okay, in this picture you can clearly see sun rays come reflected from the earth going to the satellite. The data from the satellite, this satellite send data to the earth station and then we collect the data from the earth station for our data analysis purpose. Hyperspectral imaging, that is ST quality imaging, sonar technique which we use in our ships, seismograph which we use in our earthquake measuring, are common application of remote sensing. Okay, so these hyperspectral imaging, sonar and seismograph are the application of remote sensing. Okay, this one is I think repeated point. Just remove it. So remote sensing has a wide range of applications such as monitoring of ocean circulation and current system. In ocean, we measure the ocean circulation potential, ocean circulation frequency as well as current system through the help of remote sensing. We also measure temperature and wave height of the ocean. Okay, and this is very important for our economic purpose, for our trade purpose, for the livelihood of many fishermen, for the tourism purpose. Okay, for understanding the ocean. So all these things are required, and we understand all these things with the help of remote sensing because it measures ocean circulation, current system, and also for disaster risk reduction. Temperature and wave height of the ocean, track hurricane, earthquake, erosion, and flooding. Okay, so by this we reduce the disaster. Through this we understand the amount of fishing area as well as trade potential, and through this, of course, we also understand the monsoon, hurricane, cyclone types of activity. It also monitor land use, map wetlands, and chart wildlife habitat. It is very, you can say, helpful in biodiversity as well as environment conservation. Okay, when we measure land use as well as wetland and wildlife habitat, so we collect this data and use in the protection of biodiversity as well as environment. So these are, you can clearly see, these are satellite collecting the data from the Earth by, you can say, deflecting the radiated energy, and this send this data to the Earth station. Then we collect the data from the Earth station to our computer and analyze it. Now let's move on to the next topic for Shanghai Cooperation Organization, simply called as a SCO. Its headquarters is in Beijing. So SCO is an intergovernmental organization founded in June 15, 2001. Remember, in 2001, on June 15, it is founded in Shanghai, China. It was established as a multilateral association to ensure it is a multilateral association. Remember, that means different parties are a member of this association, and it to ensure security and maintain stability across the vast Eurasian region. Okay, to maintain security as well as stability in the Eurasian region, for this we establish SCO. Join forces to counteract emerging challenges and threats and enhance trade. Okay, so in that SCO there are many forces who counteract emerging challenges as well as threat as well as enhanced trade. Okay, so with the help of these forces we enhance our trade and counteract emerging challenges and threats in this region, in the Eurasian region, as well as cultural and humanitarian cooperation. So there are three main, you can say main one is for security and maintain stability and across this region, but we also focus on counteract emerging challenges and threat with the help of our forces, enhance trade as well as cultural and humanitarian cooperation. The SCO is founded with the primary aim to address security related concern. Okay, so its primary aim is to security related concern. Later on, we also move on to the trade as well as cultural and humanitarian cooperation. So primary aim is to address security related concern with addressing regional terrorism, ethnic separatism as well as religious extremism. So aim is we have to reduce regional terrorism, we have to reduce ethnic separatism as well as we reduce religious extremism in the region of vast Eurasian region. So these are important issues of the SCO. In 2004, SCO summit held in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and here the RATS, Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure, was established. Okay, so RATS was established in 2000. SCO is formed in 2001. RATS is established in 2004 in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and the main aim of the RATS is to for the security and, you can say, security and stability of the Eurasian region. Through RATS, SCO members share crucial intelligence. Okay, there are eight countries which are part of the SCO: India, Pakistan, Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. So these 8 countries share crucial intelligence, know-how, as well as legal expertise, as well as allow for the extradition of terrorists. Okay, so these 3 countries cooperate with each other, provide crucial intelligence regarding these region, as well as legal expertise, and also extradition of terrorists who committed crime in one country and moves to another country. These SCO countries cooperate between each other as well as and extradition of terrorists take place. SU promote cooperation in the field of economics and culture. Remember, this SU also promote primary security, but it also promote cooperation in economic and culture for enhanced trade as well as for the cultural development, with the aim of promoting regional development as a part of a holistic approach toward the tackling security issue. Okay, when we focus on security as well as enhance economy and develop culture, these all three constitute a holistic approach toward the tackling security issue. To that end, it has signed various treaties to promote trade and cultural exchange within members. Okay, so for promoting this, these SU members signed various treaties regarding trade and as well as culture. So these are the 8 number of SU. Here the India, Pakistan, this one is China, this one is Russia, then I think Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. So this one is Kazakh, this one is Tajik, this one is Uzbek, and then this one is Kyrgyzstan. Okay, and these 4 countries: India, Pakistan, Russia, China. So these 8 countries are constitute the SU. And these are the rights which focus on security and stability of the vast Eurasian region. These are the security forces who are working in raids to protect this region. You can say reduce the threat as well as enhance the trade and cultural development. Okay, so I hope you understand this topic. Let's move on to the next topic called tactical nuclear weapon. What are tactical nuclear weapons? Tactical nuclear weapons are intended to destroy enemy troops and weapon on battlefield. Okay, these are very different from the real, you can say strategic weapon, not real weapon, strategic weapon. So tactical weapon are different from strategic weapon. Tactical weapon has a low yield and you can say its range is also very low. So range is not wide as well as its yield is also low. So these are tactical weapons which are used in, you can say, battleground for threat. You can say killing the army and their post as well as their infrastructure. So tactical nuclear weapons are intended to destroy enemy troops and weapons on the battlefield. Remember, they have relatively short range and much lower range. Yield is lower and range is short. Then nuclear warhead fitted to the long-range satellite missile that are capable of obliterating whole city. Okay, so its yield and range is very short as well as low. Then the nuclear warhead, which are fitted on a long-range satellite missile, which are obliterating the whole city. Unlike these are called strategic weapons. So unlike a strategic weapon, which have been subject to arms control agreement between the Moscow and Washington. So remember, strategic weapons are come under the arms control agreement between the Washington and Moscow, Russia and USA. And tactical weapons never have been limited by any such pacts, and Russia has not released their number or any other specifics related to them. So tactical weapons not come under, do not come under the control of arms control agreement, but strategic weapon come because the field of potential strategic weapon is high and its range is also very long. So due to this, these strategic weapons have come under the arms control regime. Basically, these agreements for the peace and prosperity of that region. So they include strategic weapon under this agreement, but not tactical weapon because yield and range of tactical weapon is less. But the US government believes that Russia has about 2,000 tactical nuclear weapons, which include bombs that carried by aircraft carry small bombs, and warhead of short-range missile and artillery round. So US government believe that Russia have more than 2,000 tactical weapons, and tactical weapons are like bombs that can carried by aircraft. These are come under the tactical weapon, and warhead for short-range missile and artillery weapon. So these warheads which are used in the short-range missile and artillery weapon are come under this tactical weapon, and bombs which are carried by aircraft come under the tactical nuclear weapon. And these tactical weapons are never been limited by this arms control agreement. Okay? And Russia has not released their number or any other specific, but US believe that Russia have more than 2,000 tactical weapons. So you can clearly see in this picture, this is a tactical weapon which is launched from a battleground to destroy the troops of enemy country. Now let's move on to the next topic called schemes related to agriculture sector. So there are important four schemes. First one is RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Second one is PMKSY, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Vikas Yojana. Then Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Then PM ASA, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan. So remember the important point related to this scheme. RSKY is focused on the holistic development of the agriculture and allied sector. Okay, so whenever you hear the name of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, it is focused on the holistic development of the agriculture and allied sector. When you hear the name of the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sichai Yojana, it is focused on the farm productivity. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana focus on soil fertility as well as healthy food through organic practices. Okay, so organic practices come under Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Soil fertility as well as organic practices come under it. PM KSY farm productivity, RKVY holistic development as well as PM ASA for MSP. So remember these four are Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana for holistic development, PM ASA for MSP, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana for soil fertility and organic farming, and Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sichai Yojana for farm productivity. Okay, so let's talk about then a little bit about. So RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, ensuring holistic development of agriculture and allied sector. Remember holistic development. This program provides a lot of flexibility to states. Okay, this RKVY provides lots of flexibility to states to devise and implement their own agriculture development program. Okay, so RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, provide lots of flexibility to states so that they can implement their program and policy related to these issues in their states. Okay. Krishi Sichai Yojana focus on the farm productivity. Okay, with the help of irrigation, we increase the yield of the farm. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana focus on soil fertility as well as organic farming. Through organic farming, we reduce many health-related problems, and through soil fertility, we improve the productivity of the soil for the better quality foods. And last one is PM ASA, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Yojana. It is focused on the MSP issue. That means government have to provide 50% more MSP than the cost of production for various crops. So through this picture, you can clearly see Krishi Sichai Yojana help here. Okay, soil fertility help here. Paramparagat help here. And holistic development RSKY help here. Okay, so these three programs are helping in different sectors. Remember just Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, holistic, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, soil fertility, as well as organic farming. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sichai Yojana, this one is focus on farm productivity, and then last one is PM ASA. This one is focus on MSP, minimum support price. Government had to give 50% more than on the cost of production. Okay, so let's move on to the next one called Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So along with Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these are the best known site of the Bronze Age urban civilization. So Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the best known site for the Bronze Age urban civilization, and these are flourished in the valley of the Indus. These two Bronze Age modern civilization flourished in the region of the Indus between 3300 BC to 1300 BC, and with its mature phase spanning the period of, you can say, 2600 BC to 1900 BC. So remember, these two Bronze Age civilizations are flourished in the region of the Indus Valley, and these period are 3300 BC to 1300 BC, and mature phase spanning between 2600 BC to 1900 BC. The IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, was first identified in 1921 at the Harappa in Punjab region. Okay, So IVC was first identified in 1921 at a region called Harappa. That's why the name Harappa civilization in the Punjab region. And then in 1922, Mohenjo-daro near the Indus River in the Sindh region. So remember, first in 1921, Harappa. Then in 1922, Mohenjo-daro. It is in a Punjab region. Harappa is Punjab region and Mohenjo-daro in a Sindh region. Both are near the Indus Valley. Mohenjo-daro, this 1921 discovery, Mohenjo-daro is famous for elaborate town planning with street grids and brick pavement. So this Mohenjo-daro is famous for its town planning. In their town, streets are in a grid as well as pavements are of brick. They develop water supply. They develop drainage system. They cover their sewage system. They build home with toilets and as well as monumental buildings such as great granary where grains are stored and great bath where people take bath during various religious ceremonies. So these are important feature of the Mohenjo-daro. Okay, elaborate town planning, water supply, drainage, sewer system, home with toilet as well as monumental building like great granary as well as great bath. So in this picture, you can clearly see this is the town planning of Mohenjo-daro. These are, I think, great granary. This is a great bath. These are the famous sculptures. So now let's move on to the next topic called disqualification of an MP. What are the criteria through which an MP can be disqualified from both the houses of our parliament? Disqualification of MP convicted for an offence can happen in two instances. Okay, in two instances, conviction of an MP, disqualification of an MP happen. First, if the offence for which he is convicted is listed under section 8(1) of the RPA 1951. If that offence for which the MP is convicted, if that offence is listed in the section 8(1) of the RPA 1951, then that MP is eligible for disqualification. These section 8(1) of RPA 1951 include specific offences like promoting enmity between two groups. When any MP promote enmity between the two groups, that MP are legal to disqualify because it is under the section 8(1) of the RPA 1951. Or bribery or undue influence or persuasion at an election. If they, you can say, take liberty of their influence or take bribery in the election, that MP is also eligible for the disqualification. Remember, defamation does not fall under this list. Okay, if any MP defame anyone, then it is not that MP is not eligible for disqualification. Okay, so remember the under section 8(1) of RPA 1951, two important offences are included. First one is promoting enmity, and second one is bribery or undue influence. So this is the first criteria. Second one is these two, bribery and enmity, are come under the section 8(1)(a) of the RPA 1951, and defamation is not part of it. Second, if the lawmaker is convicted for an offence, for any other offence, but the sentence for a period of 2 years or more. Okay, if lawmaker is convicted for offence, for any other offence, decide that, and that if that MP is convicted for more than 2 years, okay, like in the case of the Rahul Gandhi, then that MP is eligible for disqualification. So two important criteria. First one is if that offence is come under the RPA 1951, and second, if for any offence that MP is convicted for more than 2 years. So in the both cases, MPs are disqualified. Remember, section 8(3) of the RPA mandate that MP can be disqualified if convicted and sentenced to not less than 2 years of imprisonment. I talk about it. Okay. So this less than, you can say more than 2 years of imprisonment. This you can say this topic is discussed under the section 8(3) of the RPA. Okay. Under section 8(1), there are two offences, and under section 8(3), this one is one offence. So under these three cases, MP is disqualified. Under section 8(1), like bribery and enmity, and 8(3) by offence in which it is convicted for he or she is convicted for more than 2 years. Okay, let's talk about some more about defamation. Not defamation, disqualification. So Article 102 deals with disqualification of MP from either house of the parliament. Okay, so this article deal with the disqualification of MP. Part 1 of the article lists the reason why an MP can be disqualified. Okay, so this is another provision. On the upper slide, I talk about different provision, and this is the another provision. Okay, so part 1 of the article lists the reason why an MP can be disqualified. These include 5 topics. First, if he holds any office of profit under the government of India or the government of any state, okay, if the MP holds any office of profit other than office declared by the parliament by law not to disqualify its holder, okay. Parliament through law, you can say declare many offices which are not come under the office of profit. So if any MP holds that office, it is not eligible to disqualify. But if that MP hold office other than this, you can say these offices which is declared suitable, which is declared by the parliament outside of the office of profit, then that MP is not eligible for disqualification. Okay, so if he holds office of profit other than that office of profit which is protected by the parliament, then that MP come under the disqualification criteria. If he is of unsound mind and stands so declared by the competent court. Okay, so if any court declare or prove that that MP is of unsound mind, then this also become a ground for disqualification. If he is an undischarged insolvent, okay, that means if that MP is undischarged insolvent, it also come under this disqualification criteria. What is undischarged insolvent? Who are not paying their loans on a proper time and become insolvent. Next one is if he is not a citizen of India or have voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a foreign state. Okay, if it is not citizen of India or voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a foreign state, in that case we know that our citizenship of India is revoked, or you can say become invalid, or under any acknowledgement of allegiance to adherence to a foreign state. If any MP come under acknowledgement or of allegiance or adherence to foreign country, then it is a ground for their disqualification. If it is not citizen of India, again ground for disqualification, or a voluntary acquire the citizenship of foreign state, again come under the ground, come under the disqualification procedure. So remember important point. Office of profit, unsound mind, undischarged insolvent, not a citizen of India, and next one is disqualified by any other laws made by the parliament. Okay, let's say parliament made another law through which that person is eligible for disqualification, then that issue also come under it. So there are 5 important areas through which MP can be disqualified. On the previous slide, we talked about what are the RPA Act through which MP can be disqualified, and these are the Article 102, in which there are 5 criteria through which an MP can be disqualified. So remember, office of profit, unsound mind, undischarged insolvent, not a citizen of India, as well as disqualified by any other law made by the parliament. These are the under Article 102 Part 1. Okay, and this one is offenses through which it can disqualify. So promoting enmity or bribery, as well as for an offense more than 2 years. So there are 2 ways through which MP can be disqualified under Article 102, or for any offense like bribery, promoting enmity, and as well as you can say sentencing for any offense for more than 2 years. So these are important criteria through which MP can be disqualified. So through this picture, you can clearly see Rahul Gandhi and Congress MP are disqualified from the parliament because he is convicted in an offense by defaming. You can say by, or you can say defamation is not come under disqualification, but in defamation case he is convicted for more than 2 years. That's why he is disqualified. He defamed, but this defamation is not come under disqualification. But court give the punishment of more than 2 years in that defamation case. That's why that MP is disqualified from the parliament. Let's talk about another topic called water bodies of Italy. If when you look at the map of Italy, you can clearly see this. This one is the Italy. This is the map of Italy. Okay. Here you can clearly see Po River is passing through the Italy. Through this map, you can clearly see. It is a map of Italy. Okay, this one is a Po river. Okay, and here you can clearly see Lake of Garda, a very big lake, which is also under the Italian sovereign. In this picture, you can clearly see here Lake Garda as well as image of map of Italy. And in this picture, you can clearly see Danube river. Danube. Italy is here, and Danube is flowing above Italy, not touching the boundary of Italy. Okay. So through this map, you can clearly see Danube river not touching Italy. Garda Lake is Garda Lake is a part of Italy, and Po river is flowing through Italy. Okay, so this is all. This is through this map you can understand. So the Po river is the longest river of Italy. Po river is flowing through Italy, and it is the longest river. Garda Lake is under the territory of Italy. It is the largest lake. Remember, Po river is the longest river. Garda Lake is the largest lake, and Danube river does not flow through the lake. These are three important points related to water bodies of Italy. So let's move on to the next topic called carbon dating. What is carbon dating? Carbon dating cannot be applied in all circumstances. Remember, this is a technique, but we do not, you can say, apply this technique in all the circumstances. Okay, like for inanimate object, we do not, inanimate object, we do not use the technique of carbon dating. Indirectly, we use it, but directly, we are not using it. Specifically, it can be used to determine the age of the non-living things. For non-living things, we utilize, or you can say, use the technique of carbon dating. Also, the age of things that are more than 40,000 to 50,000 years of age cannot be arrived at through the carbon dating. Okay, so we are measuring the age of the non-living things, but if the non-living things is more than the 40K to 50,000 K years, then we are not able to use this technique for measuring their age. There are other methods to calculate the age of inanimate things. Okay, there are other methods through which we can calculate the inanimate thing, but we are not using the carbon dating technique. But carbon dating can also be used in an indirect way, the certain substances. Like when we want to measure the age of the ice core in glaciers, we know that glaciers are many thousand millions years ago glaciers are formed. So when we want to know the age of the ice core of the glacier in the polar region, it is determined using carbon dating by studying the carbon dioxide molecule trapped inside large acid. Okay, so indirectly we use a carbon dating by studying the CO2 molecules trapped inside the large acid, because we know that CO2 molecules which are trapped under the large acid are not coming in contact with the outside atmosphere. So they are in their real form when they are trapped. So by studying the molecule of CO2 which are trapped under the acid, we are measuring the age of the glacier. So the trapped molecule have no interaction with the outside atmosphere and are found in the same state as they were trapped. Okay, so this trapped molecule have no interaction with the outside atmosphere. So they are in their real form, and we measure the age of the glacier with the help of carbon dating technique. So it is indirect, not direct, because ice glaciers are a non-living thing. Okay, and carbon dating are not used for non-living thing. But by indirect use, by studying the molecule of CO2 which are trapped under the glacier, we are indirectly using the carbon dating technique and measure the age of the glacier. So remember, in carbon dating, we are using this technique for measuring the age of the non-living. We are using this technique for measuring the age of the non-living things, but not for inanimate. Okay, non-living things mean things which are alive but dead for certain period of time, and also things which are dead for more than 40K to 50K years ago, 40,000 to 50,000 years ago. We are not applied carbon dating technique there also. Okay. To this picture, you can clearly see through carbon dating, we are measuring the age of the skull, we are measuring the age, you can say, of dinosaurs, we are measuring the different bones, age of the bones, we are measuring the different civilization. Okay, let's move on to the next topic called UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. A number of regional, multilateral, and global legal frameworks. Okay, regional, multilateral, as well as global legal framework exist to govern the activities in the ocean. Okay, so for to govern the activities in the ocean, there are many regional, multilateral, and global legal frameworks that exist. And the most important of which is UNCLOS. There are many, but the most important one is UNCLOS, a 1982 agreement that has a near universal acceptance. Okay, so most of the countries are accepted the guidelines and rules of the UNCLOS, which are a 1982 agreement. Among other things, UNCLOS define the rights and duties of countries in the ocean. Okay, it defines the rights and duties of the countries which are touching the ocean, extent of the ocean area over which a country could claim sovereignty, and legal status of the marine resources. Okay, so important topic: legal status of marine resources. What is the legal status of marine resources? Extent of ocean area where a country can claim sovereignty, as well as the rights and duty of these countries are come under the UNCLOS. It also specified a set of general rules. Okay, this UNCLOS specified a set of general rules for a range of activity in the ocean. Okay, if any country do various activity in the ocean, so these UNCLOS set a guideline and rules for this, including navigation. If any country want to navigate, scientific research, and deep sea mining. For deep sea mining, for scientific research, for navigation, UNCLOS set up general rules for these countries. This treaty establishes EEZ, exclusive economic jet, and these EEZs are ocean area up to 200 nautical miles at 370 or 370 kilometers from the coastline. Let's say this is the India. So from the coast of India up to 370 kilometers, this area come under the EEZ of the India, exclusive economic zone of the India, and where a country would have exclusive right over economic resources. And in this EEZ, country have exclusive right regarding economic resources like fishing, oil mining, minerals, as well as gas. Okay, so if we want to extract fishes, oil, minerals, and gas from the EEZ, this is the, you can say, exclusive right is come under this area for any country, not for India, for other countries. For each and every country have their EEZ, and in that area, that country have an exclusive right in terms of using the marine resources in that region, like fish, oil, minerals, and gas. The high seas are area beyond the EEZ of any country. Okay, so beyond the EEZ, like this area is called the high seas. In high seas, countries do not have a exclusive right. Here, other countries also have a right, but in EEZ, that country have a exclusive right. The UNCLOS came into being much before climate change and biodiversity become a major global concern. We know that nowadays climate change and biodiversity become a major global concern, but UNCLOS come much before it, and it is focusing on setting guidelines for the activities, navigation, research, deep mining activity in the ocean, as well as defining EEZ and set rules and guidelines for various countries for different ocean activities. Okay. So through this figure, you can clearly see this is the logo of UNCLOS, and it is focused on ocean activities, various ocean activities like navigation, scientific research, and deep mining. And it is also set rules for EEZ, like 200 nautical miles from the coast of any country are called EEZ, and in this jet, that country have an exclusive right related to oil, fish, minerals, and mining. Let's move on to the next topic called workforce in agriculture. Through this image, you can clearly see in 93 to 94, participation percentage of share of workforce in agriculture is 81%, but in 2020-21, it reduced to 44.8. That means nearly half. Okay, so participation of participation of labor in agriculture is decreasing year by year. Like from 81 to 59, from 59 to 56, then 47, then 41. It increases a bit, but it is, you can say, much less than their earlier share. So you can clearly see in agriculture, sector of employment share in agriculture, it is 47% in 2011-12, but now it is 44. Okay, that will decreases from 47 to 52. In manufacturing, it decreases. In mining, it decreases. In construction, it increases. In services, it increases. In utility, it is same. So in construction and services, it is increases, but agriculture, manufacturing, and mining it decreases from 2011 database. 2011-12 has a basis point. And organized sector, it is reduces from 24.1 to 23.2. So it is in organized, it reduces. Agriculture, manufacturing, mining, it reduces. Services and construction, it is increases. But on other four sector, it is decreases. So this organized sector is like wholesome of these all 5 activities. Okay, I think no. This organized sector is completely different because agriculture does not come under organized sector. I'm sorry. So organized are different one. So even the movement of workforce from agriculture, we know that agriculture, workforce from agriculture is reduces from the 2011 database, or you can say from 1993 database also. So even the movement of workforce from the agriculture that India has witnessed over the past 3 decades or more does not qualify as what economy called structural transformation. Okay, so we see that from the past 3 decades, from 1993 to 2021, from the past 3 decades, workforce participation in agriculture is decreased, but that decrease not qualified for the structural transformation. What is structural transformation? Structural transformation is transfer of labor from farming to sectors. Okay, it is transfer of labor from farming to sectors, particularly manufacturing and modern services, where productivity value, value addition, and average income are higher. Okay, so if transfer of labor are going on from farming to other sectors where particularly manufacturing and modern services, where productivity, value addition, and average incomes are higher, that come under the structural transformation. So agriculture is not come under the agriculture transformation, because in agriculture there is productivity is not so high, value addition is also very slow, and average income is also very less. So although the transfer of workforce is happened from agriculture to other sector, but agriculture transformation is not come under the structural transformation. Remember this. And what is the transformation? Transfer of labor from farming to sectors, particularly manufacturing and modern. Okay, so transfer of labor from farming to manufacturing and modern services with productivity, value addition, and average income is higher. So in this picture, you can clearly see people working in the agriculture areas, agriculture sector. Let's move on to the next topic called Red Sea. You can clearly see a map of Red Sea, and countries touching the Red Sea are Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. So 5 this side, 2 this side. So total 7 countries are touching the Red Sea. And this Red Sea is a very important place because Suez Canal is here, and many European ships which for trade purposes come through this canal and passes through Red Sea. Okay, let's move on to the next topic called prehistoric rock painting. The term prehistory refer to the distant past when there was no paper or language, and hence painting and drawing were the oldest art forms practiced by human beings. Okay, so prehistory, that means at that time there is no development of language, no paper is there, and people are uses painting and drawing for the communication, and they express themselves by painting and drawing on the cave walls as their canvas. So they uses cave walls as a canvas, and they express themselves with the help of painting and drawing. And know that in prehistory we have no paper and no language. So painting and drawing are the oldest art form practiced by human beings. Because when there are no paintings, there is no language, no paper. So with the help of paintings, they express their ideas on the, you can say, rock on the caves, on the cave walls. The first discovery of rock painting was made in India in 1867 to 68 by an archaeologist called Archibald, what is it? Archibald Carlyle. Archibald Carlyle. He is the first archaeologist who discovered the rock paintings, and this discovery is 12 years before the discovery of Altamira in Spain. Okay, Altamira in Spain is also one of the oldest prehistoric art painting discovery, but this one is 12 years before that. So let's understand about their periods. Let's understand about periods, paintings, prominent location as well as themes. Okay, so like Upper Paleolithic come under 40,000 to 10,000 BC. Mesolithic come 10,000 to 4,000. Mesolithic rock painting are after that. So Upper Paleolithic, that means 40K to 10,000 KBC, linear representation of animals and human figure. Okay, so in Upper Paleolithic, there is linear representation of animals and figure like this one. Okay, like this one. So these are the linear representation of animals and human being, and this is in the Upper Paleolithic. But in Mesolithic, hunting scenes are predominant and they are smaller in size. Okay, and in Mesolithic rock painting, they made with natural white kaolin and red ochre pigment. So in Mesolithic, this is a Mesolithic period, and this is about Mesolithic rock painting. So in Mesolithic, they paint hunting scenes, but their size is small, and they use red ochre pigment as well as natural white kaolin. Prominent location of Upper Paleolithic is Vindhya ranges of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. For Mesolithic, it is you can say Langhanj, Bhimbetka as well as Adamgarh, Langnaj in Gujarat, Bhimbetka and Adamgarh, Bhimbetka in MP, and Guntur for Mesolithic painting. Okay, in Mesolithic period, you do not find painting all over the places. Okay, so there are particular places where you can find the painting of the Mesolithic rock painting. And themes are in Upper Paleolithic daily life event to sacred and royal images. Okay, so in Paleolithic, Upper Paleolithic, there are daily life events and sacred royal images are painted. In Mesolithic, naturalistic style for animals and stylistic for humans. Okay, so naturalistic style for animals and stylistic for humans are painted, and in Mesolithic paintings depicts social life and culture and man tilling the land. Okay, so in Mesolithic painting, you can see the images of man tilling the land, and as well as social and cultural life. So these are the Mesolithic painting. Okay, when you compare all this, the Upper Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Mesolithic, you see there's a development from one period to another period. Here is small in size, but hunting prominent, and here they use natural and white kaolin, natural white kaolin and red ochre. Paintings are in MP, UP, but here in Gujarat, MP, it is Adamgarh, here it is Guntur. Images are daily life event to sacred and royal images, naturalistic style for animals and stylistic for human, and here it is social life and culture as well as man tilling the land. So when question come man tilling the land, these types of painting come under Mesolithic painting. Okay. And Guntur region also in Mesolithic painting. Guntur region is famous for Mesolithic painting. So you can clearly see here, figure uses linear representation of man and animal. They use red pigments. They also use white pigments here. And their hunting scenes are prominent. Here you can clearly see hunting scenes are predominant. Okay. So in three this you can say Upper Paleolithic, Mesolithic, like 4K to 10K, then 10K to 40K to 10K, then 10K to 40. This time period is very important for paintings purposes. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic called MMDRA Act 1957. What is MMDRA? Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation, simply called MMDRA. The Urban Cabinet approved amendment to the MMDRA 1957. So Union Cabinet approved the MMDRA Act specifying royalty rates for the three critical and strategic minerals. These are lithium, niobium, and rare earth metal. So Union Cabinet approved the act and specify the royalty rate for the three critical and strategic minerals, and these three are lithium, niobium, as well as rare earth metal. So what are the royalty rates? Royalty rates are fee paid to the government for the extraction of minerals or resources from a specific area. So if I want to extract a mineral from a specific area, I have to pay royalty to the government for that extraction. Okay. I'm sorry. Just a minute. Sorry. So royalty fee is paid to the government by the miner, by the extractor for a for the extraction of a particular mineral from a specific area. Second schedule of the MMDR 1957. Okay, so second schedule of the MMDR 1957 deal with the royalty rates of minerals. So what are the rate of royalty for different minerals? It is come under the second schedule of the MMDR. These minerals were delisted from the atomic minerals. Okay, because if it is listed under atomic, it is that mineral is prohibited from the extraction. So these minerals were delisted from the atomic minerals and can now be auctioned to the private sector. Okay, so atomic mineral, I think atomic mineral is, if any mineral is come under atomic mineral, it is you can say auction for the government sectors or for the PSUs only. But if any mineral delisted from it, it also come under the auctioning for the private sector. Okay, so these three minerals are what is it? I think lithium, niobium, as well as REE are delisted from atomic mineral. Presently, India's mineral royalty rates are among the highest in the world. Currently, the royalty rates for minerals is highest in the world, and it is impacting the competitiveness of the sector and putting economic burden on the mining companies, because then they export these you can say mineral from other country and make product and then export it. Okay, so first import, then export. So there are double burden to this company because royalty rates is high. So it is also impacting the competitiveness of a sector. If you can say, give royalty to the government for extracting any mineral, so I also increase the cost of that product, and when I sell it, the price of that product is high than the product which is imported from other countries. Okay, because royalty rate in that countries are not so high. So competitiveness of the sector is impacted, as well as economic burden on the mining company, because if I mine any area, I have to give more royalty to the government. So economic burden on me. So let's talk about initiative for critical mineral exploration. So there are many initiatives. First, amendment to MMDRA, Mines and Minerals Regulation and Development, I think, Development and Regulation. So amendment to MMDRA in 2023 delisted 6 minerals, including in these 6 minerals, lithium and niobium are there from the list of atomic minerals, thereby allowing private sector participation. Okay, so MMDRA delisted 6 minerals in which lithium and niobium come, and through this, it opened the gateway for the private sector participation. It provided for the auction of mining, lease, and composite license for 24 critical and strategic minerals by the central government. Through this amendment, it, you can say, provide for the auction of the mining lease as well as composite license for the 24 critical and strategic minerals. So now can company do auction on these 24 minerals and take mining lease and composite license for their extraction. Khanij Videsh India Limited is a company. It is a government joint venture that aims to secure critical minerals globally with the focus on Australia and South Africa. So Khanij Videsh Limited is an Indian joint venture company which is exporting, or you can say aiming, securing critical minerals from various global countries and focuses on Australia as well as South America. Remember it. Let's talk about important minerals and their some data related to it. So lithium. It is an alkali metal used in rechargeable battery, like or in our mobiles, laptops, electric vehicles, medical devices like pacemaker. Okay, so mobile, laptop, pacemaker, electric vehicle, we use this lithium mineral. And it's common using rechargeable battery and energy storage. We store energy in different battery, as well as in our mobile there are rechargeable batteries. So usage of lithium is there. Rare earth metal, a group of 17 odd minerals, including scandium, yttrium, cerium, and more. So there is a group of 17 odd minerals which are called rare earth elements. Okay, and its usage, we use this rare earth metal in catalyst, magnets, alloys, glass and electronics, petroleum extraction, electric motors, as well as wind turbine. So in wind turbine, because its weight is very light. In electric motors, of course, for weight purpose and for their engines purpose. So wind turbines, electric motor, petroleum extraction, glass and electronics, alloy and magnet and catalyst are usage of the rare earth elements. And it is a group of 17 odd minerals. Let's talk about niobium. It is a silvery metal with a corrosion resistance oxide layer on the surface. Okay, so on the surface of niobium, there is a corrosion resistance oxide layer. The main resource of niobium is the mineral columbite. Okay, so from that mineral we extract niobium, which is found in the countries like Canada, Brazil, Australia, and Nigeria. So our country like India is focusing on South America as well as Australia for the import of various rare earth metal. And we know that niobium, which is a critical mineral, are also found in Canada, Brazil, Australia, and Nigeria. Application of niobium is like alloy in stainless steel, jet engines, in construction material, cement, and other things. In superconducting magnets like particle accelerator and in MRI scanners. So these are the uses of niobium. So remember, for lithium, battery is prominent. For rare earth element, like wind turbine and glass electronics, petroleum extraction, wind turbine, petroleum extraction, and for niobium, MRI machine and jet engine. So and all these things are very required for the development of any country, because we invested in infrastructure, we invested in building solar panel, we invested in building aeroplanes, we invested in building various construction activity, we invested in building mobiles, laptops, other electric vehicles. So all these critical and rare earth metal are required for the development of various electronic product, various glass product, various you can say renewable energy product, various construction activity, various infrastructure product. So these are very important. And remember, India is focusing for importing these minerals on South American as well as on South American countries as well as on Australia. And currently, through this act, government delisted six you can say minerals from the atomic minerals, and it is open and now open the gate for the private sector so that they can participate in it and extract these mines and minerals. And also, government high, you can say royalty fee of the Indian government is high, because one of the highest in the whole world, and it is impacting the competitiveness of the sector as well as uh, burden on the mining companies. Let's talk about another topic. So you can clearly see here mining activity going on for extracting different minerals from any particular area. And now private company can take lease for this area by paying royalty to the government. So let's talk about RAI initiative. What is RAI initiative? World Bank and Japan, remember World Bank and Japan have launched the Resilient and Inclusive Supply Chain Enhancement, simply called RISE, Resilient and Inclusive Supply Chain Enhancement Initiative in Morocco, a West African country. This initiative is designed to tackle the dual challenges of job creation and climate change. Through RISE, they tackle the dual problem of job creation and climate change. It aiding emerging markets and developing country in expanding their clean energy product manufacturing. Okay, that RISE initiative aid the emerging market as well as developing country in expanding their clean energy product like solar power panels, wind turbine products. So they help in expanding their clean energy product manufacturing and increasing their participation in the mineral industry. Okay, because with the help of that mineral, they you can say manufacture this clean energy product. So this RISE increase their participation in the mineral industry as well as adding emerging market developing country in expanding their clean energy product. So first, help in expanding and then increase their participation in mineral industry. The initiative aims to stimulate economic growth and generate local employment. Okay, first stimulate economic growth by manufacturing various products, then generate local employment because who made that product is employed in that area. Opportunity ultimately contributing to poverty rate. And by this, we reduce the poverty in developing and emerging economies. So this initiative, DIGE initiative, stimulate the economic growth and generate local employment opportunity and ultimately contributing to poverty reduction. Poverty reduction is one of our 17 sustainable development goals. So with the help of DIGE, we tackle the problem of climate change, we tackle the problem of, you can say, job creation, and by giving their, you can say, participation in mineral industry, we ensure that job is created and poverty is reduced. This collaborative effort emphasizes the importance of international cooperation in the promoting economic growth in each country while strengthening clean energy and climate mineral supply chain. So this initiative, this is a very important initiative. It emphasizes the importance of international collaboration in promoting economic growth in developing and emerging countries by strengthening clean energy and critical mineral supply chain. So through this, we tackle the economy and environment in the same manner. Okay, because using the mineral resources, we creating the clean energy related product. So we utilize the mineral and created clean energy product. So here job, you can say, employment is there, poverty is reduced, and here country is, you can say, developed by making this product, selling it into the market, and by acquiring the employment. So you can clearly see resilient and inclusive supply chain management, right partnership between the Japan and World Bank. So let's move on to the next topic. Okay. Next topic is ICRI SAT, International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics. So SAT is for Semi-Arid Tropics, ICRI International Crops Research Institute. So ICRI SAT is headquartered in Patancheru, Hyderabad. So headquarters of ICRI SAT is in Patancheru, Hyderabad, founded in 1972 with the support of the Ford and Rockefeller Foundation. So ICRI SAT is founded with the support of the Ford and Rockefeller Foundation. It is an international organization that conducts agricultural research for the rural development. Remember, ICRI SAT conducts agriculture research for the rural development, and it is, you can say, founded with the help of the Ford and Rockefeller Foundation, and it is an international organization. It has regional center in Mali and Kenya because for rural development, no? Okay, Mali and Kenya are developing country, along with research station in several African countries. Okay, so in African countries, there are several research stations in several African countries. There are research stations in several African countries, and its regional center is in Mali and Kenya. Its headquarters is in Hyderabad, Patancheru, and it is an international organization for agriculture research for rural development. ICRI SAT operate under the charter of the FAO and UNDP. You know that FAO and UNDP are UN organization. So the FAO and UNDP hold special station as a UN organization in India, granting it certain immunity and tax privilege. Any organization which is a special organization have a certain immunity and tax privilege under the UN. So it holds special status as a UN organization in India. This ICRI SAT because it operates under the FAO and UNDP. So this FAO and UNDP hold special status under UN. So it has certain immunity and tax privilege, and ICRI SAT come under FAO and UNDP. So it is also, you can say, leverage the tax privilege and certain immunity. So you can clearly see ICRI SAT, International Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, and its headquarters is in Hyderabad, India. Okay. Kenya and Mali have regional center, and there are other stations in various African countries, and focuses on rural agriculture research for rural development. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic called North Sea. When you look at the map, here you can clearly see this is a North Sea. Okay, many countries are touching North Sea, like Britain, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, and Germany. Then Norway. So here three: France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark. This three, I think seven countries. So seven countries are touching the North Sea, and this North Sea connected with English Channel by the Strait of Dover. So Strait of Dover connect English Channel with North Sea. Okay, and North Sea also connect Norwegian Sea in the north. In this picture, I'm sorry, I think this is, yeah, here you can clearly see North Sea, and it connect Norwegian Sea here, and through English Channel it also connect Atlantic Ocean. Through English Channel, North Sea connect with Atlantic Ocean, and through Strait of Dover, North Sea connect with English Channel. Okay, so English Channel helping in connecting North Sea with Atlantic Ocean, in Strait of Dover helping in North Sea connect English Channel, and North Sea also connect Norwegian Sea in the north. In this map, you can clearly see this is the ocean crust. Okay, on the ocean crust, you can say on the ocean crust, the ocean is formed, and the lowest level of ocean is called abyssal plain, where there are many mountains and other structure of the ocean. Then upper of it is called continental rise, which is a deep slope area. Above it called continental slope, and then above it, which is on a very shallow region called continental shelf, and then coast. Okay, where we are walking and just relaxing. Okay, so this one is coast. Beyond it, it's continental shelf. Beyond it, continental slope, and beyond it, continental rise. Okay, so shelf, slope, rise, and then abyssal plain. On continental shelf, all these five structures are present. Okay, remember coast, shelf, slope, rise, and abyssal plain. So let's talk about the North Sea. North Sea lie between Great Britain, Denmark, Norway, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and France. So seven countries. Okay, so I talk about through the map. The Ypres Sea. What is Ypres Sea? On the continental plane and having a very low depth of 90 meters. Okay. So on the continental plate. In this map, you can clearly see on the continental plate. On this plate, where shelf, slope, and rise are there. So on the Ypres Sea, a very low depth on the European continental shelf. It connects to the Atlantic Ocean through the English Channel in the south and Norwegian Sea in the north. What it said is, Ypres Sea many a continental plate having a very low depth up to 90 meters on the European continental shelf. So on the European continental shelf, let's say this one is a shelf. On that shelf, in the Europe, there is a Ypres Sea, which the depth is like 19 meters. So on this European continental shelf, there is a continental plate where Ypres Sea is found. Its depth is very low, 90 meters, and it connects, this North Sea connect the Atlantic Ocean through the English Channel. Here you can clearly see it connect Atlantic Ocean. It connect Atlantic Ocean through the, sorry, let's say. So this is the English Channel. It connect Atlantic Ocean through English Channel. Okay. In the south. Okay, Atlantic Ocean is in south, and it North Sea also connect Norwegian Sea, which is in the north. Here you can clearly see Norwegian Sea. Okay, so this just a minute. So it connect Atlantic Sea with the English Channel, which is in south, and also connect Norwegian Sea, which is in north. So here we talk about it. It connects the Atlantic Sea through the English Channel in the south and Norwegian Sea in the north. North, which is we are talking about North Sea. So seven important countries. You can remember Norway, Denmark, I think France, Poland, France, Germany, and Belgium, then UK, and I think Poland is there. No, Germany is there. Netherlands, I'm sorry. So France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, Norway, and then Britain. So 7 countries, 2 important water bodies, Norwegian Sea, Atlantic Ocean, and the important channel called English Channel. So let's move on to the next topic. Called Protocol for Management of Malnutrition in Children. So there are protocols through which we can manage the malnutrition in children. So the Indian government had introduced a national protocol called the Protocol for Management of Malnutrition in Children, aimed at identifying and providing comprehensive care for malnourished children in the country. Sorry. So Indian government launched this initiative for the management of malnourished children. Through this, it aimed to identify and provide them comprehensive care for children who are malnourished in the country. Okay, so through this initiative, we provide comprehensive care to malnourished children by identification, with the help of identification. The protocol was launched by the Union Minister of Women and Child Development. Remember, the ministry which launches the protocol is Women and Child Development. What are the features of this initiative, this protocol? It outlined 10-step process for identifying and managing malnutrition in the children at the Anganwadi level. Okay, so it outlined 10-step process through which we can identify the malnourished children. Incorporating aspects such as growth monitoring, we monitor the growth of the children, appetite testing, their appetite, malnutrition, nutritional management, and follow-up care. Okay, so there are 10 important steps. There are 10 steps, and the important one are like sorry, growth monitor. We monitor the growth of the children. We test their appetite. We manage the nutrition, as well as follow up their care. Sorry. The protocol also introduced innovative approaches such as buddy mother. What is buddy mother? Buddy mother concept is like where a mother with a healthy child, right? With healthy child, any mother with a healthy child guides the mother of a malnourished child at an Anganwadi center. Okay, so mother who have a healthy child guide the mother who have a malnourished child at an Anganwadi center. So this is called the buddy mother concept, and this concept is under the Protocol for Management of Malnourished Children. So we identify the malnourished children in our country and provide them comprehensive care. Okay, by growth monitoring, by appetite testing, by nutritional management, as well as by follow-up care. Sorry. So let's move on to the next topic. No, some point remaining there. So this initiative, this protocol, is part of government effort to combat malnutrition through the Poshan Abhiyan. Okay, this initiative is under the Poshan Abhiyan with a focus on treating malnourished children and promoting their healthy growth. Okay, so through this initiative, we treat the malnourished children. Okay, because you know that in our country there are many millions of children who are malnourished, and promoting their health growth. Okay, so that we create a better human being for our developing country, so that we become a developed country in the future with the by taking help of these children. So you clearly see these are nutritious food which is provided to the malnourished children and give them a comprehensive follow-up care. So protocol for management of malnutrition in children. Let's move on to the next topic called fetal viability. What is fetal viability? What is the concept of actually fetal viability? It refers to the stage of pregnancy at which a fetus has developed sufficiently to potentially survive outside the womb with a medical assistance. If a fetus is developed to that stage, if we extract that fetus from the womb of a woman, then that fetus is survived in the outside environment by medical assistance. Okay, so this is called fetal viability. Okay, so it is a state of pregnancy where a fetus has developed sufficiently to potentially survive outside the womb with a medical assistance. it varies with the advancement in medical technology. Okay, you can say these time period is varied when our technology is going to advance in the future, but typically it falls between 23 to 24 week of gestation in modern healthcare setting. So in modern healthcare setting, this fall under the 23 to 24 week, but in future, if technology develop, that may change it. But currently it is 23 to 24 weeks. I recorded this video in 2023. This concept influences decision related to last stage of person and rights of the unborn child. Okay, so this concept, this fetal viability concept influences like last stage of person. Many, you can say, women abort their child on last stages. So there is a debate going on that if our child is developed or fetus is viable, then there are many laws in various countries which are, you can say, stopping or restricting the abortion of a life at this stage, as well as rights of the unborn child and who take care of the unborn child if a fetus, if the abortion is not to take place. Okay, so if women are not wanting that child, then there becomes problem for children after their birth. But if a woman killed their child, it is a right of that child because there is that fetus have life. That fetus has life which can survive the outside environment with the medical assistance if that fetus is 23 to 24 week old. So it is you can say concerning from both sides, for mother as well as for child, for the development of child as well as for the right of the mother. So this fetal viability is a very important concept. Through this image, you can clearly see fetus which is under the womb of a woman, and I think it is a 23 to more than 23 to 24 year, 23 to 24 week old. Let's talk about P2P initiative. Okay, what is P2P initiative? Passport to earning. P2E, not P2P, P2E. So UNICEF's P2E initiative. P2E, Passport to Earning initiative has achieved a significant milestone by certifying over 1 million young people in India in the area of financial literacy and digital productivity. Okay, so P2E initiative has achieved a significant milestone by certifying over 1 million. Remember, over 1 million young people in India in the area of financial literacy and digital productivity. So in this area, financial stability, financial literacy, and digital productivity, this initiative gives certification to over 1 million youth. What is the initiative? What is the P2E initiative? So P2E initiative as an e-learning solution launched in 2022. So it is a P2E is a e-learning solution launched in this by UNICEF India, UA and partners. Okay, so this initiative launched by UNICEF, UA and partners, and it is a e-learning solution launched in 2020. This initiative aligns with the national education policy because in through national education policy, we try to provide quality education and provide free access to certificate courses in relevant skills. Okay, and this P2 initiative also provides free access to certified courses. Okay, so that means if you done that course, you have agency give you a certificate in relevant skill. Okay, so through this initiative, you can take skill in financial literacy and digital productivity. You have a certificate related to it, and also you can access free certified courses in relevant skill. Okay, so this is the UNICEF Passport to Earning initiative. What is the aim of this P2 initiative? Aim of the P2 initiative is to empower 5 million youth. Currently, 1 million youth got certified or take certificate, but aim is to empower 5 million youth between age 14 to 29 with a skill by 2024 and connect them to job and self-employment opportunity to achieve financial independence. Okay, for achieving financial independence, aim of the government is to by 2024, we empower 5 million youth and connect them in job and self-employment opportunity. 62% of the all young leaders who benefited from P2 course in India are adolescents, girls, and young women. It is very important because we are focusing on girl child education. And if 62% of the young learners under P2E, which provide a job, you can say job as well as self-employment opportunity, are women, it is very good sign for the women as well as for the overall growth of the country. Let's move on to the next topic. Through this picture, you can clearly see P2E. That means you can access free certified courses in various skill, and Aim of government is 5 lakh 5 million. Currently, there are 1 million young got certificate related to this initiative. Okay, so passport to early. Let's move on to the next topic called Global Hunger Index. What is GHI? Global Hunger Index. Global Hunger Index 2023, India has been ranked 111 out of 125, indicating a serious level of hunger. Okay, so our position is 111 out of 125. That means we are. It indicates a serious level of hunger in our country. GHI is scored based on 4 indicators. The 4 indicators are undernourishment, child stunting, child wasting, and child mortality. So these are 4 parameters on which we calculated the GHI of any country. The GHI is an annual report. Remember, it is an annual report. Measure and tracks hunger at a global, regional, and country level. GHI is an annual report released every year. Measure the and tracks hunger at a global, regional, and country level. GHI is published by the Irish NGO. Okay, it is published by the Irish NGO called Concern Worldwide and German NGO called Welthanger Health. Okay, so GHI is published by the Irish NGO called Concern Worldwide and German NGO called Welthanger Health. So Welthanger Health as well as Concern Worldwide are 2 NGO which are published this GHI report. Our country position of India is 111 out of 125. GHI goal is to trigger action to reduce hunger around the world. Okay, through the GHI goal of GHI is to reduce the hunger in the whole world, and that's why it publishes reports so that countries are aware about the hunger related issues in their country. Remember the name of the, remember 4 parameters: undernourishment, child mortality, child stunting, child wasting. 2 NGOs, German Welthanger Health as well as Irish Concern Worldwide. It is an annual report. Position of India is 111. Okay. Clearly see through this picture. Aim of the GHI is to trigger hunger related issues in the whole world. Position of India is 111, and this is a criteria is undernourishment. Just a minute. Undernourishment, child stunting, child wasting, and child mortality are the 4 parameters. Okay. So let's move on to the next topic. Soil microbes. What are soil microbes? Soil microbes play a crucial role in maintaining healthy water and environmental stability. Okay. So these soil microbes, just a minute. These soil microbes play a very crucial role in maintaining the healthy water and environmental stability. Okay. So for healthy water, soil microbes play a very crucial role as well as for the environment stability. Moreover, they underpin global food security and eventually affect the overall sustainability of a terrestrial life in multiple ways. The experts said in a study published in the journal Nature in Communication on June 3, 2023. So, these soil microbes underpin the global food security. When soil is not fertile, food productivity, food security is also in a threat because less soil is not fertile, no more yield of a product, and so people suffer from hunger. So they underpin the global food security that eventually affect the overall sustainability of terrestrial life. Not only human being, but also other lives are also dependent on the soil in multiple ways. Okay, and this is you can say this study is published by the journal called Nature Communication on June 3, 2023. So remember important topic or important issue called global food security, which affect the overall sustainability of the terrestrial life. These microbes provide a habitat for microorganisms that benefit the environment and delivering important ecosystem and host function. Okay, so these microbes provide habitat to various microorganisms which help in improving the quality of soil, and through soil, various other life forms like plants, grains, foods, vegetables are there, and we human beings as well as other life forms dependent on it. So when soil is not, microbe is not there, microorganism is not there. When microorganism is not there, for the whole, because lots of terrestrial life, but they also work as a reservoir. These microbes not only provide a habitat, also work as a reservoir for human pathogen like induced antibiotic resistance genes like ARGs, and source of organic and inorganic pollutant. So these microbes act like a reservoir for various, like say, antibiotic resistance genes and organic and inorganic pollutants. Otherwise, it pollutes the environment. If these microorganisms are not there, these pollutant and these ARGs are threatening our environment. Soil microbe impact human and animal immune system by interacting with them through food chain. Okay, these also provide a health to the human as well as animal. Okay, because it strong, you can say interact with the immune system of human being and make human being stronger and healthier. Okay, so microbe are also very beneficial, not for other life, but for human beings, for their health, for the soil, for the environment, in terms of reservoir, for the soil in terms of microorganisms, for the human being in terms of uh, plant life, our food. They also directly influence the quality of environment through air and water. Of course, we talk about it. These microbes also purify air as well as water. Like it, these microbes purify the soil. Or you can say act as a reservoir for ARGs and other uh, pollutant. It also influence the quality of environment as well as quality of environment through air and water. Soil, for instance, is a direct source of plant microbes, including beneficial and pathogenic microorganisms. Okay, so soil is the direct source. Soil is the direct source of microbiomes, plant microbiome. For plant microbes, soil is the direct source, which include beneficial and pathogenic microorganisms. Grazing herbivores are exposed to soil microbes. When herbivores graze in the land area, that area is come under the expose. That area expose the soil microbes by direct ingestion or the consumption of plant microbiome, which provide a microbial source for the gut microbiome that can impact overall health and immune system primarily. Okay, so when through grazing, animals take benefit of this microbe because these microbes act in their gut system and make a healthier life. So it is very important for us to protect the soil microorganism. Okay, because it not only help in plant, animal, soil, water, air, it also help in the overall environment and health of human being, because it work under our, in our, you can say, food cycle in our body. It act as a soil, you can say, act as a reservoir for soil. It act as a it provide a microorganism for the soil. It purify air and water. So soil microorganism is very, very important. Here you can clearly see these are soil microorganisms under the provide, you can say, beneficial for air, water, soil, plant, animal, human being, as well as environment. Okay, because for environment, it act as a reservoir, purify the air, water, soil. For plant, okay, good quality of soil microorganism, good quality of microbes, and for animals, act in their gut and work on their immune system. For human being, work on their immune system as well as for the overall food security. Okay, let's move on to the next topic called Indian Ocean Rim Association. You can clearly see in this picture, there are many countries which have come under the IORA. If you just remove Pakistan and Myanmar, so all the countries which are touching the ocean Indian Ocean are part of the IORA. Okay, from here to here, Australia, Indonesia, India, Yemen, Oman, this one, Madagascar, Somalia, all are part of the IORA. So the Indian Ocean Rim Association, IORA, which is founded in 1997, its headquarters is in Ibi, Mauritius. Formerly known as the Indian Ocean Rim Initiative, now it is known as Indian Ocean Rim Association, is an organization, international intergovernmental organization consisting of 23 states bordering the Indian Ocean and enable dialogue partners. So these 23 states are touching the Indian Ocean. India is also a part of it, and there are other 11 dialogue partners. So let's talk about presidency as well as other initiative of the Indian Ocean Rim Association. Just I zoom it so that we can clearly see the font size. Okay. So previous presidency, Bangladesh held a chairmanship from November 2021 to November 2023. Okay. So previously Bangladesh held the chairmanship of the IORA. What is the goal of IORA? Strengthen regional cooperation and sustainable development within Indian Ocean region. So within Indian Ocean region, strengthen the regional cooperation as well as sustainable development. So strengthen the cooperation and sustainable development. What is origin of IORA? The vision of IORA originated during the visit by Nelson Mandela to India in 1995, emphasizing social economic cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. Okay, so its origin is by the visit of Nelson Mandela to India in 1995, and he emphasizes the social economic cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. Member states are, can clearly see 23 states which are bordering the Indian Ocean region, like Australia, Bangladesh, Comoros, France. France, like Reunion Island, is present in the Indian Ocean. India, Indonesia, Iran, Kenya, Madagascar, Malaysia, Maldives, Mauritius, Mozambique, Oman, Seychelles, Singapore, Somalia, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Thailand, UAE, as well as Yemen. So these 25 countries and 11 dialogue partners like China, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Germany, Italy, Japan, South Korea, Russia, Turkey, UK, and USA. So these are 11 dialogue partners, but member states are 23 which are touching the Indian Ocean. Dialogue partners are not touching the Ocean, that's why they are dialogue partners. Okay. Pakistan and Myanmar is not there because most people say that China is not part of it. Pakistan is inclined to China, and Myanmar is also inclined to China. That is why these two countries are not making part of the IORA. This is support FSU, providing advice and make decision on fisheries management and issues such as illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Because in that area, fishes are found in a large quantity. So FSU through Fishing Support Unit, they provide advice and make decision on fisheries management, how they can manage the fishery in that region. Because many people done this activity through illegal and not reported it, and it is unregulated by the government. So to reduce the illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, IORA provide advice and make decision for fishing management. What is the significance of the Indian Ocean? It commands control of major sea lanes carrying half of the world's container sea. Okay, Indian Ocean command control of major sea lanes. Okay, because half of the world container sea passes through the Indian Ocean. 1/3 of the world bulk cargo traffic. Okay, 1/3 of the world bulk cargo traffic. 2/3 of the world's oil shipment, serving a vital lifeline for the international trade and transport. So Indian Ocean serve as a vital lifeline for the international trade and transport because half of the major sea lanes of the world container container ship passes through it. 1/3 of the world bulk cargo passes through it, and 2/3 of the oil ship passes through it. So this sector, you can say geography is very, very important for the IORA country. Through this map, you can clearly see all the countries. This one is also part of. So all the countries are a part of IORA. Pakistan and Myanmar is not part of it. Okay, so Australia, this Thailand, not Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, all these ASEAN countries, beside all these are not, which are touching the Indian Ocean. Then Mozambique, Kenya, Madagascar, Yemen, Oman, UAE, Iran, and Yeah. So these 23 countries are part of IORM. So I hope through this video, I discussed 25 topic in this video, and in later videos, I also discuss 25 topic. Or if time is, if I have a proper time, so I recorded a 3 hours video by covering 50 to 60 important topics related to, you can say, current affairs. And for these are basically these video providing a basic knowledge, not a depth knowledge, a basic knowledge for important issue, and very helpful in solving objective question. So I hope you love this video, you enjoy this video, and get some perspective, some knowledge out of it. So namaskaram, and keep learning, keep growing.